All right, so this weekend I have this 2019 Camaro in for ceramic coating and interior detail. This vehicle belongs to some customers that have kept me pretty busy this year. I've already done 4 or 5 vehicles for them. I have this one and then one more for them. Both of these last two are going to be ceramic coatings. So this one they've owned since it was new. It's only got 10,000 miles on it. So it is used, but not used very often. They want to keep it looking great. So it's this lovely blue color. So overall, this vehicle is in very good shape. There is just some interior dirt that needs to be cleaned up when I do the interior detail. And then there's some water spots on the exterior that need to be polished out before I put the ceramic coating on. So the plan is for tonight, get the exterior rinseless washed and clay the exterior, clean up the wheels and get the outside ready for polishing, which I will do here the next couple days. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to work on the interior, get that dialed in, and then have this ready for delivery after I do the ceramic coating and get it ready for Sunday. I started off by pre-soaking the car with DIY All Clean, diluted 15:1 with a ½ ounce of Incredible Suds in an IK Foam Pro 12. This was left to dwell for a few minutes to start emulsifying the dirt. I followed up with a heavy spray of DIY Rinseless solution in an IK pump sprayer to wet the panels and add extra lubrication. The contact wash was completed using DIY Rinseless Wash in the DIY Legacy Sponge. This vehicle was only lightly dusty and had some bug splatter on the front end, so Rinseless Wash without a pressure washer was perfectly safe. After washing some of the panels, I felt some bonding contaminants that were not removed with a contact wash alone. I used a Rag Company clay towel, which had been soaking in the rinseless solution, to lightly clay the surface. This night was a rare hot summer night in Maine. The garage was still 84 degrees even with the air conditioner running. The wheels were pre-soaked using rinseless solution to begin breaking down the dirt and brake dust. The tires were cleaned using Glassparency tire and wheel diluted 5:1, and the rim was cleaned using P&S Brake Buster diluted 4:1. This combination made quick work of these wheels, which were not terribly dirty to begin with. The chemicals were rinsed away with Rinseless in a pump sprayer, and then the wheels were dried with a microfiber that had been downgraded to wheel duty. The interior on this car was only slightly dusty. I started with an initial blowout and vacuum to remove the majority of loose dirt and dust. All interior panels were wiped down with DIY Clean and Protect applied to a microfiber which had plenty of cleaning power to bring this interior back to a showroom finish. Clean and Protect can be used on fabric as well to spot treat lightly soiled areas such as this area on the car seat. The carpets were treated with Release It and Cap DS2 and then agitated with the drill brush. The carpets were not significantly dirty, but the encapsulation properties of DS2 will help keep these carpets cleaner for longer. The product is soil resistant, which helps fight off soiling and staining for a short period of time. The paint on this car was nearly perfect with only isolated blemishes that needed to be addressed. I jumped right to the DIY gold standard polish and red jeweling pad on a rotary to pull out as much gloss as possible since a heavy cut was not necessary. The panels were wiped with a Rinseless dampened microfiber to remove the polishing residue before moving on to the next panel. Even after polishing, there was one stubborn water spot that would not come out. I used 3000 grit wet sandpaper to level the edges of the water spot and then followed up with a few passes of the rotary to finish it out. All right, so it's night 3 on the Camaro. Last night I went through and did the interior, and I started to do the polishing. The first night I did the wash and the Decon face on the outside, getting it ready for the polish. So at this point I have done the roof and the hood and starting to work around the vehicle to get that all polished. I'm doing a single stage using a DIY red jeweling pad and their gold standard polish, using that throughout the whole vehicle. It's not scratched in any way, so really trying to bring out as much gloss as I can before I put on the ceramic coating. This will be coated with DIY 8-year ceramic coating, and then I'm going to clean up the wheels and do some final touch-ups like the exhaust tips and clean up the windows. All of the side windows and the rear windshield will be getting the 8-year DIY coating, and then the windshield will be getting glass parency windshield coating. I opened the trunk to gain access to the area under the spoiler while polishing. While the trunk was open, I noticed some light scuffing where the trunk line met the bumper. I hand polished these spots to try to get these to look a little better. Glass parency panel prep was used right before applying the coating to remove any remaining polishing residue and prep the surface to receive the coating. The front windshield received an application of glass parency windshield coating, starting with step 1, then followed with step 2. Once the second towelette was applied and the product had enough time to bond to the glass, a rinseless dampened towel was used to wipe away the majority of the remaining carrier. Wiping the same direction when removing the product was something Tony with Glass Parency covered in a training I attended earlier this year. Glass Parency glass cleaner was used for the final cleaning of the windshield. The remaining glass, paint, and trim all received a single layer of DIY 8-year ceramic coating, which is currently the best level of protection I have to offer. The coating is extremely forgiving and easy to apply, and produces incredible results. The detail was finished off by dressing the tires and wheel wells using Meguiar's hyperdressing, polishing the exhaust tips, and then cleaning the glass before delivery.